This is the Moment iPhone 12 Pro tripod mount designed to connect the phone via MagSafe to any tripod in either landscape or portrait mode. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what this bad boy is like. It's very nicely machined. It's got a sort of like rubber pad on the inside in order to keep it like the phone side safe. And then the cold shoe can pivot in any direction around it. And then you have a 1/4-20 mount on the bottom so that you can mount it to any tripod, like so. In this case, I'm using my GorillaPod. Now, I was hoping that the length of the rod on the bottom would be long enough to actually hold, but it's not. So you really do need to get another device to attach it to. So let's take it off of that for right now. And it's pretty lightweight. I would say it's less than a pound. It's only a couple of ounces. It's got the cold shoe mount, which is really nice. This is exactly why I bought it, because I want to be able to mount like my my wireless Rode kit to the top. But it's definitely not perfect. For starters, this may have just been, I mean, it was user error, but it wasn't entirely obvious immediately how to get it from landscape to portrait mode. It came for me in landscape mode, but I was trying to think to myself, I'm like, oh, how do I get it into portrait mode? And then after a couple of minutes of playing with it, I realized you want to like move it to the side. So the way that you do it is you unscrew that, you just loosen that, and then you can pivot the cold shoe in any direction that you want. I like to do it away from the Moment so that you have the branding. If you don't want to have the branding, you can just cover the Moment with it, and then you can just lock it down. But for the sake of this video, since it's a video about the product, we'll go ahead and do it on this side. And that is what gets you into portrait mode. It connects via the MagSafe, which is awesome, a real time saver. That way you don't have to worry about mounting, dismounting, anything of that nature. Now, that's the thing that kind of freaks me out, is that it is a pretty strong magnet, but if you're gonna build this out, or if you're gonna be like moving around and doing anything where you're like outdoors or jostling or rushing or moving, or you might bump into something, it's not going to necessarily hold your phone under all circumstances. So you want to make sure that you are still mindful, which unfortunately for me kind of ruins a little bit of the point. I was hoping that with MagSafe it would be like a rock. Now, it's a little bit stronger, I guess. It's modestly stronger. It seems like it's modestly stronger without the case, but honestly, I feel like it would be safer to leave the case on just in case it actually drops off, so that you still have something to protect it with. So that's kind of the biggest thing for me. It's maybe a little bit stronger than if you connected it to your charger, the MagSafe charger. It might be a little bit stronger than that. It feels good to connect it, but in terms of safety, I just I wouldn't trust my, $1,200 phone or whatever it is on this thing if I'm running and gunning. This, for me, I feel like is something I would use around the house or stationary. I feel like it would be really useful on my desk. It's a little bit of a glorified desk mount, but the cold shoe mount is what really makes it worthy of actually considering using it for video. So will I use it? I will absolutely be using this for video, but I will be doing it probably around the house. I'm probably not going to use it outside during active production. unless it's more so for like some sort of supplementary little side thing, or where I'm going to be paying lots of attention to it, or something where there isn't going to be a lot of movement or like handling of it. If I'm going to be handling it, doing like selfie videos and stuff, it's really going to be like very controlled, very quick, or it's going to be at home. Because I just am not going to let my phone fall off this thing. And that's my biggest concern. In terms of how happy I am that I bought this thing, I'm happy that I got it. I like pre-ordered it when it was cheaper, when it was like 50 bucks as opposed to what it is now. And you know, I'm okay that I bought it. I sort of like, when I spent the money on it, I felt like, this didn't feel like something I absolutely needed, but it felt like something that I kind of wanted. It was a luxury item that would be really useful around the house because I do a lot of recording in my home. And so having something that I can just quickly pop on here, do the audio, and have a high quality audio video production was something that was worth it to me. And that's largely because of how much I'm shooting in my apartment. So I was hoping that this could replace my live streaming setup when I used to do Periscope, where I built out a little rig that used micro grip gear and Velcro to attach a phone to a rig similar to this. It was a little bit bigger, but a rig similar to this. And then I would mount audio gear on using Velcro. I was hoping would replace that, but the magnet isn't as strong as I was thinking it would be. So in terms of happiness, I would say that I'm okay. If I was really strapped for cash, I would have been bummed. I was a little bummed with how long it took to get. I bought it in March. I only just now got it in May. So it took a long time to get it to me, but it was a pre-order, so that goes with the territory. In terms of happiness, I would say I'm okay. It's not my favorite purchase I've ever made, but I am happy that I have it. The machine quality is nice. The metal feels nice. It does feel like a nice high quality piece of gear. We'll see. I'm going to need to stress test it and see how it plays over time. Okay, so should you buy this? If you are looking for just to make your life incrementally easier and you're willing to spend the 50 to 70 bucks or whatever it is, and then shipping on top of that, to make your life incrementally better, luxurious, because it looks and feels very nice. It's got like a cool factor to it. Yeah, it's definitely worth it for that. If you can use it around the house, yes. If you're not going to be doing anything crazy or moving around too much or banging it off things, yes, absolutely. If you want something that is going to be a build out for your phone and is a safe solution that you can feel confident in that you're going to be able to use it, absolutely not. Do not buy this. Get some micro grip, get a strong grip for your phone. This takes no time to attach, but then you sacrifice the safety. The thing that you can slide the phone into and just tighten it down takes 1 second to tighten it. So it's 1 second longer to attach to this, to your own mount, and it'll be 1,000 times safer. So if you're looking for something super functional and you're limited on cash, do not buy this. This is a great tool for the ease and the luxury if you have an environment where you're going to use it. Otherwise, I would not buy it. But I'm still happy I got it. Hey guys, what's up? My name is Raymond Cinemato. I'm a filmmaker from Los Angeles and I freelance for companies like Disney, ABC, working on shows like Good Morning America, World News 2020, Nightline, etc. But I actually direct, produce, edit for clients both domestically and internationally, and that's what I'm most interested in doing, which is what I'm doing here. I'm trying to pivot my career from working in news to doing directing, which is what I trained for and what I've spent my whole life loving. So if you guys are into that sort of stuff, please give us a subscribe, because around here I'm going to create content that enriches your lives in that sort of way through community, education, and look into the world.